Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. No, I'm just playing. But anyways, happy new year. I hope you guys were able to celebrate your new year the way that you wanted to, whether it be with friends, family, whatever the case may be. I hope that, all of you guys had an amazing and wonderful time. I went to church, and then after church, I went to my parents' house because my mom cooked some good food. So I have food for the week and I don't have to cook, and that's always a good thing. It gives me more time to do other things. Don't get me wrong, I do like to cook. I just sometimes it just be taking forever. And yeah, besides the point, I digress. So today I'm doing something a little bit different. I know I look crazy right now, but I'm actually just got makeup on my finger, doing my makeup. And I am not by any means a makeup artist or whatever, but I feel like, ooh, that's a lot. I feel like I do my best with what I can do. And it does end up looking decent most times. So yeah, I don't know how to conceal or highlight or any of that stuff, but what I can do be looking good. So we're gonna stick with that. Anyways, so me and my good friend, the reason for this video, me and my good friend, we were actually having a conversation earlier today. And honestly, it really made me think, because we were talking about, first we were talking about relationships and everything, and then we switched to ourselves. And we were talking about how much, we each have grown into ourselves. And not just looks wise, but mentally, emotionally, all that stuff. This year of 2022, we've all made really good strides. I don't want to block the camera because I feel like that's bad videography when I do that, but at the same time I can't see, so y'all gonna get my hand. Anyway, so I feel like we've all made some huge strides in our life this year. And I'm actually proud of everybody that I surround myself with, and I'm blessed to call my friends and family, because I feel like we've all grown so much in our lives, and I see the progress, and I see the growth, and it's just so beautiful to me. I actually wanted to talk more so about myself, because I can only speak for myself. I can't really speak for other people, but when it comes to, I feel like I'm jumping around a lot again, but when it comes to relationships, one thing that I noticed with this year of last year of 2022, I was so I wanted to be in a relationship bad. And not because, just for relationship's sakes, but I felt like, I'm doing well in my life, I have a good career and all that stuff. What's next, I wanted to get married. Not wanted to, of course I still want to get married, but that was next on the list for me. So when it came to relationships, I felt like I was kind of just letting a lot of things slide, and letting myself be, taken advantage of or run over, whatever the case would be, just because, I wanted to move to the next stage of life. And what I realized as I was getting lost in the sauce, I never took the time to build my relationship with myself. And I mean, me and my friend, we didn't speak about this, but this is just something I was thinking about when I was in the shower. You be having shower thoughts and whatnot. That's the wrong sponge. No, it's not. But, you be having shower thoughts and whatnot. And I was just thinking I worked on all these relationships with other people, but I never really took the time to work on my relationship with myself, with how I viewed myself, with how I communicated with myself even. I'm by nature a very, very big overthinker. I'm very, very big on overthinking, and that's obviously, it can be a good thing and it can be a bad thing at the same time. What makes it good is that I do most times logically think about certain situations and instances. So that does help me, not just put only my emotions in it. But at the same time, because I do overthink, I be overthinking how I feel. I be overthinking how I feel about somebody. Like whatever the case may be, I just overthink. And I feel like it's been very detrimental to me, especially this past year when it came to relationships, because I would legit overthink each and every single situation to the point where I feel like either I would sabotage it myself because of my overthinking, or I just wouldn't let it progress, and then whenever I would see that it wouldn't be progressing, like I would just throw myself in it even more. Because, I want to make it work, because I have that goal of like marriage. I have the goal of wanting to, build something with my, build a family with my husband and, all that stuff. So just like, because that's my mindset, I'm trying to make this work by any means necessary. Which wasn't really just a good thing, because at the end of the day, like the people who I'm trying to make it work with probably aren't even people I'm supposed to be with in the first place. And that's why it wasn't working. Well, I would say, see guys, my makeup is actually coming together, I think. I'm trying. So I feel like that's one thing that I really struggled with. And honestly, this year, I'm gonna be more intentional, more purposeful. Of course, first and foremost, I'm working on my relationship with myself, with how I view myself, with unlearning certain truths of whenever it comes to relationships. Because, me being a people pleaser, like I said in the last video, I would do things to satisfy the other person, but that would not necessarily satisfy me, myself. So, of course, I want to work on, learning myself more. Of course, that's an everyday process. That would be something that you would do for the rest of your life even. But I want to work on doing that. And then I also want to work on boundaries, of course, is always something big that we need to work on, even especially when it comes to relationships. But I also want to work on dating with more purpose. Not saying that before I wasn't dating with purpose, because obviously, I wanted my relationship to actually lead to marriage. But I don't think I was dating with the intent to meet someone who wants purpose as well, if that makes sense. And I can always say if that makes sense. I'm trying not to do that. That's like my filler word or just whatever. Anyways, I also do want to work on dating someone who's also dating with purpose, who's also dating with intent. And like a lot of people, they would say, oh yeah, I'm dating till marriage, but honestly, in reality, they're not. They're just dating just to date. And I think a lot of times we get so caught up in things because we see potential that we don't realize that whoever it is that's in front of us doesn't have the same mindset or doesn't have the same, not saying that you guys gotta think this exact same way, but like they're not dating for purpose. They're not dating for that. And honestly, I do need to be more intentional about my dating and the way I view things and the way I see people. Ooh, I feel like I put too much. We're gonna see how this come out actually. Let's not judge too quickly, guys. Let's not judge too quickly. But yeah, I think like for the most part, like I do always see the signs, but like because like this is something that I feel like I want, I sometimes allow certain things to slide, and that's part of me not valuing the relationship that I have with myself. That's me not putting myself first, because at the end of the day, I do feel like whenever somebody shows you themselves, like they really show you themselves and you truly see who that person is. But because you feel like you're too deep in it or whatever the case may be, you just allow things to slide. So that's where you know, loving yourself and committing to yourself comes into place. Commit to who you are as a person and what you can and cannot take, and stand by those boundaries. Honestly, I thought I put makeup on my shirt for a second. I got scared. But yeah, that was just, you know, a few thoughts that I had while I was in the shower this morning. I do want us to, you know, hold ourselves accountable and hold each other accountable when it comes to those things. Like, even if you see that your friend is overstepping their boundaries, their own boundaries, like, you know, be like, hey sis, hey bro, like, you know, you said that this is not something that you can still see yourself dealing with, so why are you allowing this person to cross those with you, you know? Because, like, at the end of the day, if you do have close friends, like, your friends aren't there just to go out and have fun with. They're also there to advise. They're also there to help. They're also there to help guide you in certain things, in certain aspects of life. Not every friend, of course, can guide you for every single instance, but this is why we have community. You see, Jesus, whenever he was in town, it's not like he was by himself the whole time. No, he was surrounded by people. He was surrounded by people he cared about, who he loved, and people who loved and cared about him. So why can't we do the same thing, you know? Anyways, besides the point, I always be going off track. I'm sorry, guys. I need to get better at that. See, it's blending. But yeah, I do feel like that is something that I am working on within myself. And, like, you know, dating with purpose, dating with intent means so much more than just dating for marriage. Because, you know, you could date for marriage and not meet the person you're with. I mean, you're supposed to be with. So it's just like, you know, you need to date with intent to, you know, yeah, that's pretty much it. This is such a weird way to end a video. I guess I'll post some pictures at the end of this to show y'all how my makeup and my outfit is for today, even though I may not be doing or going anywhere. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and listening. If you guys have any advice, any tips, anything, you know, just let me know. Even if you have advice about my makeup, honestly, because, like I said, I don't know what the heck I'm doing. Whenever I do my makeup, I just be doing stuff. But yeah, if you have any advice concerning that too, let me know as well. But yeah, you guys have a blessed and happy new year. I do pray for peace for everyone, like divine peace for everyone, peace of mind. That honestly truly goes a long way. So yeah, this year should be a year of peace and purpose. Bye, guys.